putting on a comedy show coming up, the JaxTown Comedy Show. We welcome promoter and comedian Prince Askew. Hi, Prince.
And how you doing today, Bert?
I'm good. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
And right off the bat, what struck me when you first walked in today was your outfit. And I understand that you have won in a comedy showdown, Best Dressed Comedian.
Yeah, I got second place. I went all the way to Las Vegas, where at the time I was also nominated for Comedian of the Year, which I brought that award right on back to Jackson.
Awesome, congratulations.
Yes.
All right, so you're a comedian and you're also going to be presenting other comedians in the JaxTown Comedy Show.
Yes.
Tell us about that event.
Well, I have Josh Adams, Smarter Adams, Omega Palmer, Miss Joyce McCoy, let's see, Wayne Mack, Chef Bullet, who just won the competition down at Mike One's Coco competition. I think it was like 60 comics. He came out number one on top. Yep, he'll be right here in Jackson, and some others. But the whole thing is about bringing the stars to Jackson. We have a beautiful city, amazing facilities, and a lot of people don't like to do a lot of traveling. And since we have a beautiful city, I want to bring the stars to my family, to my neighbors, to my friends, because it's bigger than me. It's about Jackson, the city. It's about Jackson, my home. You know what you stood for. When I was little, like I told you, I sat and watched you with my grandmother. So I'm family and city oriented. Everywhere I go, I make sure they understand that I'm from Jackson. And they misunderstand me sometimes. They'll, oh, he's from Detroit or he's from somewhere. So no, Jackson, Michigan.
It's awesome. Great to have the pride. And you'll showcase some big names coming to Jackson, and they'll get to experience our hospitality.
Yep. And I have a list already for the second and third show of quality comedians to bring home. So it's going to be a repetitious thing, and it's going to grow to be bigger. At this particular event, we're having fashion and comedy.
Fashion and comedy?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So are the comedians being the fashion, or is it?
Well, no, it's a lot of audience participation.
Okay. There's
some groups that I invited, and a lot of it still coming back to my roots in Jackson. And I know you can testify to this. In the daytime, I would see the elderly men. When I was, elementary and younger, they had their name on their shirt, or they have their, at the time it was called a monkey suit, that overall hookup, right?
Yeah.
But in the evening, you saw every single gentleman in their clothes.
Dressed up?
Yes.
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 Where are you going to put this show on?
It's going to be at Weatherwax Hall, which some get it mistaken, but the Jackson Symphony Orchestra Hall, which is an elegant, tasteful, beautiful venue.
Yeah, it's a great spot for a comedy show. So you're going to do it like a club setting?
No, it's more Jackson. Okay. And what I mean by that is this. We're going to put the stage in the middle of the floor and the audience around it. Because the same way as I did growing up from one end of the street or one side of the town, I got to look into people's face.
Yeah.
And that's what the comics are going to do as they take that path to the stage and the path off.
Yeah, I saw Sebastian Maniscalco in the round, and he was like he'd had to turn the whole show.
Yes.
So that he made sure he was connecting with everyone.
And that's exactly what it's about. Look at all the stuff we've done in Jackson, the murals on the building, the improvements, the upgrades. It's always been a beautiful city. Come on.
So tell us about the show. You've got comedians and is it adult comedy?
Yeah. But on the movie box they would say PG-13.
Okay.
But yes, it's not a filthy show. It's not swarmed with cussing, but adults do cuss. Mm-hmm. So I'm making sure it's all toned to be able to be acceptable.
What type of comedy, how would you describe your comedy, Prince?
Reality, real raw reality of just what I see, just what we feel. When I talk about age, I talk the realness about being old, and, You get up, you twist, then that knee starts aching. You're on the floor, ain't nobody there to help you, but you don't tell nobody about what happened. You know, the little twerks. You find out that they should have gave you a handbook with being old, and you find out on the job as you go. With eating, raising kids, looking at the community from where it was to where it is, how we see less of the impact of religion in different areas. I talk about it all.
Looking at just life.
Life.
Now, you're selling tickets right now?
Yes.
Okay, so it'd be cool if we had a sellout before the...
Well, see, that's the whole point. And it's gonna be a sellout. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna end up making Jackson what it's supposed to be, which is a mecca for comedy right here. And other events. You know, we have music, we have so much to offer. And a lot of the people, the producers and promoters that I've met, I'm bringing them here so that they can start digging into this talent, so they can combine with us.
There's a lot of comedians on the road to choose from too, aren't there?
Oh, it's millions of comedians, but for Jackson, it's not a lot. So I'm just gonna bring what's gonna be best for us.
Now, will you, because you're a Jackson guy, will there be local?
Oh yes, Brandon Crenshaw. He's out of Kalamazoo, Michigan, and this man has worked with Cat Williams. I'm bringing him. He's a seasoned vet, and I have some others. But it's always gonna be promoting local and bigger than us, because it's all of us that makes our city, our village, our town.
Now, you told me before the show you've been supporting some nonprofits like My Place.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My Place, which is a transitional house for girls that they have here in Jackson, Michigan. I was looking for promoters, and I called, and we were discussing about stuff. So the lady asked me, she said, well, what are you actually trying to do? And I said, well, the girls need a computer room. You know, structure and organization together is going to produce. And so what they ended up doing, they ended up donating the computers to My Place, so the goal was accomplished.
Awesome. How do people get tickets? And it's coming up on September 28th at the Weatherwax Hall, and they can get tickets by how?
All right, as of right now, you can call 980-205-1625. Again, that's 980-205-1625. You'll be able to go to Jack's Takeout to purchase tickets. I will also make sure that I have tickets at the Symphony Hall itself. But if you call me, I'll let you know the other places, because it's new for me, this step.
Well, as we get closer to the date, we'll have all that here at JTV, so we'll be able to get you connected with tickets. All right, we'll look forward to September 28th, Prince.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it so much.
Good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Good to see you.
Prince Askew, happening with the JaxTown Comedy Show, September 28th.